So like our previous Tech Slams, this is informal. So if you have a question or comment about anything as we go through this, feel free to unmute yourself. You can also put questions or comments into the chat. And I'm really excited that we have elementary and middle school together. Thursday's Tech Slams will be the same. It'll be on Google Sites, and we'll have Rachel Keckstedt, who's an elementary art teacher, and then Ryan Rivers, who's an elementary information literacy and enrichment teacher. They're going to be presenting on Google Sites, and they did a great presentation at the Tech Minicon last summer. That was really popular, so hopefully you can join us with that. And so this Tech Slam will be divided into kind of two parts. The first part will be mostly me, and I'll be talking about how you as teachers can actually use YouTube to collect your videos, to create playlists of your videos, to share and collaborate with playlists with your colleagues and teams, how to customize your YouTube channel, things like that. So that's going to be my part. And then Jody Greenspan, I think, is going to be talking about some tips and tricks about searching Google, using Google search with kids and with yourself to kind of find some of the hidden things that you may not have even realized were available on Google. So hopefully this will be helpful to you. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and start presenting my screen. So just a couple of things to know about YouTube, using YouTube with our school accounts. Okay, so first of all, unfortunately, as of maybe a few months ago, YouTube is no longer allowing G Suite education accounts, which is what we have, to create branded channels. So in the past, it was possible for me, Alicia Duell, to use my work email YouTube channel and actually create another channel that was called like District 21 Tech or something like that, that isn't connected visibly to me, Alicia Duell, but would be more of a branded account. That's no longer possible. You can do that with your personal email addresses still with YouTube, but you can no longer do it with school accounts. So that means that because we all have YouTube accounts since Google owns YouTube, and all of us have actual YouTube accounts already. So when we use them with students, they'll actually see that it's you, but that's fine. So also, one of the big things that we'll really talk about and look at that I think will be extremely helpful to you is using playlists. So since so many of us now are using much more video than ever before and like creating our own videos, using Screencastify, WeVideo, etc., we really need a good place to store and organize those videos. So I know some people have run into issues when they've got their Google site and they're trying to upload videos that they've made onto the Google site. That causes issues with speed and with just kind of overwhelming, like taking forever to load. And then it's hard to know how you organize them for later reference. So YouTube is really the answer to that. And then you can even look at creating playlists like we've done on the Info Services channel. We've got playlists for all of our different tools. And then you can make your playlist collaborative. So let's say I'm on a third grade team and I have a teacher on the third grade team, has created a YouTube channel and I've created a playlist for like geometry or something like that. I can actually make that playlist collaborative and I can share that with my other third grade team members. And now we all can add videos that we've created or that we found to this same third grade geometry playlist, and then just share the link to all of our classes. So I think it could be a really great solution for how to organize and use videos with your students going forward. Okay, so this is an example actually not of my personal YouTube account or my work one. It's an email account that we created for this YouTube channel. So this is our Info Services YouTube channel. It's a special YouTube account or a special Google account that we've made. So basically, when you go to you just go to youtube.com, when you're logged into Chrome with your work account, you'll see something like this, like just a hodgepodge of videos that are showing up based on what things you must have Googled in the past. So what I just do is I skip right to where it says your videos. And so here's a look of just all my videos. And really what I want to show you first is just how to customize your channel. And I'm not going to look at a lot of stuff because really the only customization I've ever done is to add a banner photo. And maybe that's all you want to do too. And so you would click Customize Channel. And then I do have to do another click here. It says My Channel. And then Customize one more time. Okay, and then I get to right here, and this is where if I hover over the little icon, there's a pencil. So here's where I can upload a different photo, I can create channel art. So your photos have to be pretty huge. So this was a photo that Cara Beach had shared with me from some of her big pictures that she takes around the district that are really big file sizes. So you do need that. Also, tools like Adobe Spark, they actually have in the photo portion of Adobe Spark, they have different templates. And one of the templates is YouTube channel art. So if you want to create your own channel art, you might use Adobe Spark to experiment with creating different kinds of channel art if you want that. And I think they might have a few just like generic options. For a while, I think this picture was just a bunch of grass, which was something that was one of their default options. So really, this is the only way that I customize my YouTube channel. It's just the channel art, which isn't even necessary. Okay, so it's okay if your YouTube channel is super basic, because really it's about the content. What we really want to look at is YouTube Studio. So YouTube Studio is where you will be able to see all your videos, see information about your videos, do different things, create playlists and things like that. So here's our channel dashboard, just a bunch of different things. There's some analytics, some what's new in Studio if you've got subscribers. But what we really want to look at is over here on the left sidebar. This is kind of your table of contents for YouTube Studio. If you click on videos, it's a list of all the videos in order most recent to least recent. And for each video, you can see what's its visibility. And so all of the videos that are on my channel are public, meaning technically if somebody was trying to search for it or search some of the keywords that link with these different videos, they would find it. I'm fine with that. For me, like the more public something is, the easier it is just for everyone to kind of find it and have it. But you can also choose to make your videos unlisted. So that means as long as your people have the link to your videos, they're good to go. So you can choose to make your videos unlisted. I wouldn't do private because then only specific email addresses are able to use to watch the video. So I'd go for unlisted or public. You can also schedule if you want it to premiere at a certain time, which I've never done, but that's an option. It shows you how many people have viewed your video, if there are any comments, and if there are any likes versus dislikes. If you hover over a video in the list, you can click edit and you can edit it, edit some of the details at least. You can edit the name, the description. You can even choose what thumbnail. So in the Screencastify, you can't choose your thumbnail, but with YouTube, when you upload it, you can actually choose either like a custom thumbnail, if you have like a graphic that's like your title or something, or just some random screenshot from the video. And then when you upload it, and I'll show you this in a little bit, it'll ask you, is this video made for kids or not? So it's fine either or. Probably a lot of the videos that you make will be for kids. So you would just say yes. And then if there were any age restrictions, you would note that, but probably aren't going to be any age restrictions for anything that we would be publishing at the district level. And then here's the link to the video on YouTube. So that's what happens if you click the edit. You can also get analytics, see comments, just watch it on YouTube. And then the three dots are where you can quickly grab the shareable link if you want to send, post the link to that video in Google Classroom or on Seesaw or send it in an email. You can also download any videos that you yourself have uploaded. So this will just download as like a MP4 file or something like that. Okay, so this is how you would manage your videos and see all of your videos all at once. And then playlists. So again, over here on the kind of the table of contents, playlists will open up a new tab. And here's all the playlists that we have created. And so let's say I'm going to click on our Google Meet playlist. You can click Edit. And then you can see over here on the right, this is a list of all of the videos that we have put into the Google Meet playlist. And so since I've clicked Edit, I can edit the title. If I click Share, it'll give me a link to share the entire playlist. And so this is definitely, I think, something that you might want to put on your Google Sites if you're talking about an upcoming unit or something. You can say, click here for the playlist for this unit, or click here for the playlist for our SEL skills or something like that. You can also share the link to playlist in Google Classroom or Seesaw or however else you share links. And then when you click the three dots, here's where you add collaborators. Adding collaborators to a playlist is super simple. So you just click Collaborate. It's probably going to toggle off. It's going to say no one can collaborate right now. So you'll toggle it on and then click Copy. And then all you do is send this link to whoever you want to be a collaborator. They'll click on the link and then they'll get prompted like you are being added as a collaborator, and you just click Continue. And then whenever you upload a video and you have an option of where you're going to put it, this playlist will be one of the options. It'll say Google Meet playlist created by Alicia Duell. You can add your videos to there as well. So again, like a really great way to collaborate as a team for sports, clubs, classes, grade levels, schools. If you had like a school playlist that you wanted to make people collaborators on, pretty easy. So again, that was if you were in Studio, you would go to Playlists over here on the left, see the list of them, and then you would edit. Okay, so that's how you get to playlists. Any questions or anything about playlists or videos or anything? Okay, so also this is still in Studio. Over here on the left, you can click Analytics, and you can see, I don't really know how to read all of these analytics yet, but it's kind of interesting. You can see what your top videos are, how many views your top videos have been in a certain time period, how much time people spend watching the videos, things like that. And then again, you can see comments, audio library. They do apparently have some free music that you can add to your videos, but since we have a district subscription to WeVideo that really all teachers can definitely get access to, if you don't and you want it, please let me know. But that has tons of premium music, so I don't know that I myself would use the audio library, but just so you know, it is there. All right, so that is once you've got videos and you want to organize them, playlists, etc. What about uploading videos? So to upload a video, just pretty much anywhere you are on your YouTube channel, you click this big button that says Create. And you'll click Upload Videos. Your video has to live as a file on your computer. So when you download or export something as an MP4, so that's a file that you can upload to YouTube. Also, if you do a Screencastify video and you just click download, that saves as a WebM. It's .webm. That's fine. You can upload a .webm file as well. So it just has to live, like have been downloaded at some point by you onto your computer. Then you click Select File. Here's just a little short one I did this morning. And so it'll upload. And so here's where you can give it a title, description. You can add a custom thumbnail. And then here's, like I was saying, you can add different to different playlists. And so one video can live in multiple playlists. So maybe this one is a YouTube playlist, and it's also a TechSlam video. So I'm going to apply it to these two. or from right here, I can also create a new playlist. And then I do need to tell YouTube if this is made for kids or not. So we talked this morning, and two things that are different if you say yes. If you say yes, it automatically turns comments off. So if it's a video that you're going to be sharing with your students, those students are not going to be able to comment on it, which somebody was saying they actually wanted their students to be able to comment, but there's also, I'm sure, reasons why you don't want kids to be commenting on videos that you have made, especially, or that you're sharing with them. So it turns comments off, and then also it turns off the ability to make cards, which I think if you add cards is like a way that you can allow kids to click, or viewers to click on like external websites to go to different websites. So those are two of the differences of what happens if you say it's made for kids. But we do want to be true to whatever it is. Like if it's really made for kids, we should probably say that it is made for kids. Or no. If it's no, then you go next, and then you just click next again. And then here's where you can say what kind of privacy settings are you allowing. Like I said, everything I do is public. To me, it just makes things so much easier. But unlisted is totally fine as well, as long as you're sure that everybody who needs the video will have the link to the video. And then that's it. You just click publish. And then depending on the length or how long the video is, it'll take anywhere between a couple seconds to a minute or so. You can see this one is already uploaded. Now, if somebody this morning asked, is it possible to delete a video that you've published? Absolutely. If it's a video that you yourself have uploaded and published, all you do is you're in your studio, you go over here on your table of contents, click on videos, and just select the one that you want to get rid of. Click more actions, and I can either download it or I can delete it forever. A couple of things about uploading videos. You now can upload multiple videos at once. And so when the little window appears for you to choose on your computer where your file is to upload, you can hold down the shift key and you can click multiple. Also, if you want to upload a video that is longer than 15 minutes, you have to have your Google account verified by YouTube. Otherwise, it restricts you to under 15 minutes. But it's really easy, so I needed to have mine verified. So I just Googled verify YouTube account, and it gives you the link, like what you just have to click on, and then it'll send you a code to your phone or to your email, and you just put in a code. So I think it's probably just to confirm that you're not a bot, that you're really a person who wants to upload a longer video. And then it's I think instantaneous. So just a little extra hoop to jump through if you happen to have a video that's longer than 15 minutes. The max file size for uploading is 128 gigabytes, which is giant, or 12 hours of video, whichever comes first. And last thing I really wanted to point out is that YouTube does have something called YouTube Editor, where you can edit your video slightly. So I clicked on Edit Video, and then over here again on the left, I click Editor, and it'll open up kind of an editing thing. So you can trim it, you can lay down some audio, and then this is sort of interesting. I haven't played with it, but apparently you can blur faces if you wanted some faces to be blurred out. Jody and Erica and I were saying we don't find this very useful, this YouTube editor. It's pretty clunky. We definitely prefer WeVideo, and even Screencastify Premium has some trimming and cropping features. So it kind of seems like why would we really need to use YouTube editor? But Jody pointed out that one time she did publish a video already and share the YouTube link with students, and she realized that there was like an issue at the end. She wanted to make it shorter. So she did go back into her video using YouTube editor, cut off that end part, and that was it. So that way she didn't have to like resend out a new link, because it was the exact same video with the exact same link, but she was able to edit it. So Other than that, though, we feel like WeVideo and Screencastify are better tools to use for editing. So I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions as far as playlists or adding video or anything like that before we turn it over to Jody? Okay.
Alicia?
Yeah.
When you say the video has to live within the computer, do you mean it could be in Google Drive, or I have to download it to the computer?
You have to download it to the computer, because when you click create the video camera, and it'll prompt you to find your video, one option isn't find it in Google Drive. It has to only be on your computer, so you would have to download it.
Thank you.
But then you could delete it and then recycle it if you're concerned about space, like storage space on your computer. So just like for the duration of it being uploaded, it just needs to be on your computer.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, anything else? If anything else does come up, definitely put it in the chat, or we can kind of hang around a little bit at the end. So right now I'm going to turn it over to Jody Greenspan, and she's going to show you some really cool stuff about searching in YouTube.
Okay. So I actually this time made a Google Doc that I'm going to throw in the side chat afterwards to show you. What Alicia was showing you is a lot of things on the teacher end with YouTube, but what I was going to focus on a little bit more was things that you can show the kids, or even for when you're searching. The first thing that I was going to show you was this link called Google EDU. And what it is I know a lot of times when we send kids to search, they're finding, they might type in California and they get California tourism. This is Google. If you look at the top, it ends with education. So everything that's in here has been semi-vetted with an educational purpose. So for example, if I type in California now, California, you can see that all of these links here are pretty reliable sources that are coming from either news or something that, except for Katy Perry, I don't know where that came from, but things that are pretty reliable. And then even if I type in the word California pandemic, you can go as far as going deeper into that. Now, one thing that's nice is this exists in both English and Spanish. So here's the same thing in Spanish. Somebody this morning asked if it existed in other languages. My guess is it does. I just haven't found it yet. But this is the same thing. These are all videos that are vetted for an educational purpose. So this time, if I type in Corona, we'll see what happens. But so here's all these different things. This should be in Spanish. Did I go to the right place? Maybe let's try again. Maybe I didn't copy the link. But this is the Spanish one. Let's try one more time. So this is a Spanish one here. So now all of these are in Spanish. So you have different educational videos in Spanish. The other thing that exists is YouTube for teachers. So if you look at the YouTube teacher one, these are more of like a pedagogical type of thing. So you can see right away, here's something, about what a 21st century classroom looks like. So these might be good for PD or, just your own personal interest. Okay. This is the next thing that is just some tips and tricks for when you are in YouTube. Let's just say that you're watching this video, which is not super long, but if it was super long, maybe you don't need them to see the whole thing. But if you look here, if I right click on it, I can copy the URL that just shows you, that'll bring them right to that second, that right where I am right here. So that's 30 seconds in. So if I click that link, it won't bring them to the beginning of the video. It'll bring them to the part of the video that you think is most important. And you can do that in Edpuzzle, but if it's just something quick and you want them to just get to a certain point. And then the other thing that you can do within the video is you can turn on the closed captioning, which I'm not sure if you've seen yet, but if I put this on, when I turn on the closed captioning, it'll automatically
If you look back
show
at a
up.
classroom in the 1950s
So-
and 60s, you see the teacher standing in front of the room lecturing
So
the
that's
students.
done.
The stu-
That's done by the computer. So there's going to be a chance that it's not going to be perfect, but it's good for some students who might need the extra support. And then also right here with the playback speed, you can slow it down. I don't know why you want to speed it up, but if there's somebody who needs more time to follow, you can show them how they can change the speed of the video. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you was when you're searching, just like in YouTube or in Google, when you search for something, there's filters. So let's just say I was going to search for fish. So I type in fish, and then once I'm in here, we've got this filter here. And just like with Google, you can choose. So what I was picking for fish might be different, a year ago than last week or today. And then you can also search within which type you want, search if you want it to be longer. But I think that probably my favorite thing to do, and I'm going to change this, is that if you search Santiago de Compostela, that's a place in Spain. So these are all videos, but if I turn on the filter, so it's a 360 video. Now these are all 360 videos, so that while the kids are watching it, takes a second, you can see that I can scroll around and see what's actually happening on the video. So that's kind of neat. When we get back into school, I like it especially for if you have the VR headsets, but even while the students are at home, it makes it a little bit more interactive to let them to be able to look around while they're watching the video and see what's actually happening. So they're still hearing the same soundtrack, but they can be looking around. So I'm going to drop all of these. These are pretty much all the tips and tricks that I just put in, or I just told you, but I know I said it really fast. So and I gotta change the do I have this? Yes. So you can go to any of the links on there, and it gives you more resources to get all of those type of features. So that's pretty much it for like kind of searching type of tips and tricks. I don't know if anybody has any questions about that part. Okay.
Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to drop the CPDU form back in the chat. Well, we'll hang around here kind of for a couple more minutes in case anybody has any questions, but hopefully you'll start using some YouTube and doing some collaborative playlists. I just think that has so much potential for us nowadays, and hopefully this was helpful to you. So thank you. Thanks, Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice afternoon. So hopefully Thursday we'll see you back for Google Sites, also middle school, elementary school together.
Alicia,
Yeah.
I was 2
Hi.
minutes late. I'm sorry. I missed how we sign up because you were saying something about G Suite